So the wall in Tekken is pretty weird, right? Like, in theory, it should be really nice to be able to get a bunch of extra damage and to be able to use it to lock down your opponent. But in practice, it's kind of just messing up all of your combos. You're not really sure what to do when you've put somebody in that situation. So some of our moves have wall splat properties. So for Fang, this is like forward, forward 2, or back 1+2. And if we look at the hit properties, we have this little green icon, which seems to be indicating that this move has a wall splat property. But if we go and look in the move list, it doesn't actually appear next to any of the moves, right? So that feels like a bit of an oversight. So what you'll have to do is you'll just have to come in here and sort of explore your moves. Sometimes these aren't the first move, right? The last hit of this will do a wall splat. So it's not always the first hit of the moves. You'll just want to sort of come in and figure out, do all of your strings, figure out which moves can wall splat. And this is important to know because this massively skews the risk reward of these moves. Like, for example, forward, forward 2 is already super safe. If somebody were to block this, you see we're -9 and we're a good distance away, especially if we actually use it at its optimal range. See, that was only -8 because we hit it meaty. It's pretty nasty, right? But now at the wall, this safe poke becomes a combo starter, right? You get 55 damage off of that. Now, there's another property that moves can have. It's a lot more rare, but for example, Fang's forward, forward 1+2 is +6 here, right? But if he gets knocked into the wall, you see he sort of bounces off of it, right? And our +6 now becomes +18. So we can do much, much more. Again, this isn't super common. And if you and your opponent are both standing here, like I wouldn't recommend doing like a 39 frame move just to try to get some plus frames on them. A more realistic option is to do it on somebody's wake up. So if you carry somebody to the corner and they're getting up right in front of it, then you could do something like that, right? So let's say you know what your wall splats are. How do we actually combo in the corner? So I think you want to have a reliable tornado move and a reliable wall ender. And you should assess what you do depending on whether you've used a tornado in the combo or not. So for example, if I just do a wall splat, then I do my tornado and I do a wall ender, right? But if you're doing a combo from like mid-screen and you've already used your tornado, then when you get to the wall, just do the wall ender, right? Your wall ender is usually going to be some 3-hit string that you find that's reliably hitting and does like solid damage. So what if you and your opponent were off axis? You were something like you were over here, right? Honestly, don't freak out too much. A lot of the times, your same route will still work, right? Let's go even a little bit more steep, like right here, right? And being off axis can open up new opportunities for you. Like for example, we could do this. Oop. Right? But typically it just opens up new doors to you. It doesn't demand that you do something different. If you are worried about it and you like think that for whatever reason the combo might drop, just do something simple. So like you wall splat them into the wall and then just do like a fast, powerful mid and then just call it a day there. Or maybe you could even like splat them into a wall and then immediately go for like a low or something like that. Now on something like a balcony break, as soon as you do a wall splat, it's going to break the wall. So from here, you just want to continue your combo as normal as if you would launch them, right? However, on something like a hard wall break, it's not going to break on the very first time you do this wall splat move. Instead, it's going to break on the second time you do it. So here, it's actually more advantageous to just try and break the wall and actually not use your tornado attack. So here, if I just go straight into this move, you see the wall will break. And then now I still have available my tornado. I can get to this wall and then, you know, whatever, right? Now, defensively, I want to talk about the importance of rolling when you are in the corner. So I've got this little Lee sequence that I do where I do that and then I go into this backflip, right? And this will catch people that are either doing back quick roll or a quick recovery. However, if somebody were to roll to either the left or the right, and I do the same sequence, you see this no longer hits him. And it works on either side, so boop, 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 boop. So rolling can get you out of particular setups and situations. And the question becomes, what direction do we roll in? So if we were angled like this, then Kazuya should push both punch buttons to roll into the background. Because when he rolls into the background, we're suddenly going to be positioned more like this. So he'll be away from the wall. However, if we were positioned a little bit like this, then Kazuya should push both kicks to roll towards the camera, because then we'll be positioned like this. He'll also be away from the wall, Right. So that's going to do it for this video. If you've been losing to people that you feel like are just mashing online, I recommend clicking the video that's on screen now. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Peace.